Alright, here we are. Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to yet another live stream. And I hope you are doing good. I am doing good. It's just the reason why I don't really sound convincing when I say I'm doing good is because my neck still hurts. It's like, oh, like yesterday when I was sleeping, I had a really stupid position, and now the left part of my neck hurts, and that's like really annoying at this point. So, well, still I want to stream, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I will not let that stop me from streaming. It's not really that urgent, but it is getting annoying. I hope you don't have that. So who do we have here? Venmings, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And you too, Amit, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Curse you, Sony. What has Sony done? My source that I made the F up. Hi there, Nightmare Freddy. No, it didn't take me 15 minutes. As in, yeah, the stream starting soon. Animation lasted 15 minutes, that's true. But I did schedule the stream to start at 9:30 p.m. my time. And I did start the stream with the stream starting soon. I mean, if you don't like that, that's fair, absolutely. Then please do tell me if you think this is too long. Then I'm not gonna do that in the future. And you're Apex? Well then, welcome back to the stream, Nightmare Freddy. We have Freddy Fazbear here and already complaining that I took too long. Well, he's not killing me, so at least there's that. Must be doing something right. But yeah, all kinds of creatures are welcome here in the stream. Hey there, Fluctus. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I've never been this early to the stream. I hope you're feeling good. Well, I appreciate that. I am feeling good mentally, but my neck hurts. It still does. I really should have gone for a massage. I mean, not too far where I live, there are like Thai massages that they do, especially when you're having the kind of pain that I have. You were in a bad position for too long and now your muscle is kind of overexerted, you know? That's the kind of pain that I have now, and I usually don't have that, but oh well, I'm not used to that. It's nothing serious, of course. But it is getting annoying, and I thought about should I go to that massage thing, but it's they are good. I've done them before, or I got them done before, but they are so expensive. I mean, I get it, these women, like the technique that they're doing and everything, and I still don't understand how they're like, I'm not really a tall person. I very often tower over them, and like I'm 165 centimeters, which is like, I think 5'4" or 5'5", or between that, whatever it is. I am European. I prefer the metric system. But yeah, somehow, even with me being like a head taller than them, they have... Where do they get that strength? But man, it helps. But I couldn't cash out. Like, I couldn't just lay down 70 euros for that. That's a bit expensive. I mean, if I had the money, yes. But for now, a painkiller will do. And a heating pad that also helps. Oh, you had that before? I think everyone here had that before. It doesn't have to be that specific muscle. It kind of feels like a cramp, but it's not a cramp. It's like the muscle is stuck pulling. And it just hurts even when you move a lot. It's what happens when you don't lie in a good position, which I unfortunately did. But oh well. It's going alright until now. I'll go see if it doesn't go away in like a week, I'll definitely go see a specialist. Today was hard. I've been working a lot today, helping family, but I'm gonna start streaming Souls games on my PS4 next month. Oh, nice! So you're gonna stream as well, nice. Please do tell me, Amit, when you're streaming, and yeah, you can send me links. That's okay. I mean, you're a viewer here, you're a loyal person in the Omni Village. You know your way around here, people know you, so to speak. In a weird neurodivergent bubble that I've created without really... I mean, that wasn't my intention, but oh well. Well, kind of, but... You know what I mean, Amit. I would be okay if you advertised for your streams here. Usually that's not really... You know, you don't like that when... Or it kind of can get annoying when other people are advertising their stuff on your, I don't know, your subreddit or your Discord server or your YouTube stream or whatever. You can quickly drown and set like self promos, but for you I'm gonna make an exception. Now, hey there, Fabled Phantom, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. You got of course you got another pun for me. Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can. Okay, that one is actually pretty good. I'm gonna steal that one, is that okay? Insert Soviet Russia meme, as in, it's not your meme, or it's not your pun, not your joke, it's our joke. That one's pretty good. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for making me laugh. I really need that tonight. Not that I'm doing, as I said previously, I'm doing fine, like in my psyche, but oh, that neck, I hate it when you have like this stiff muscle that doesn't really happen very often. And when it does, it's annoying. You're also buying online subscription? Yeah, it's pricey. Okay, it's the meme number, $69 for a year. Okay, I thought that was a joke when people said that. Wait, is that actually the price? Because when I heard that, I always assumed people were joking because of the number, you know. Don't need to explain it, and I have minors here, so I'm not gonna elaborate any further, you know what I mean. And I always thought that was a joke, you know? Like the other joke number or meme number, 420, whatever. But yeah, that's expensive. Hope you're doing good. Nightmare Freddy, piss and awe, okay. Streaming videos of me helping people in Souls games, making guide videos, and helping people by summoning me to help them. Yeah, that's exactly what you were discussing in previous streams, I do remember that. So you're doing it now. So am I understanding you correctly? You have already streamed. I missed your first stream. I actually do want to be part of that. Of course, if you stream at the same time, well, that's unfortunately a thing that commonly happens. Welcome back, Venmings. You're doing good? Oh, that's good. Oh god, I really need to find a good position to sleep tonight because, oof. That's also the thing, like, it took me a long time to fall asleep. Because it's just so... blah. It's not the worst in the world. As a woman, let me tell you, there are certain pains that are 100 times worse. And I haven't even given birth yet, okay? But it's annoying. It kind of drains me at the moment because I haven't... I mean, if a part of your body constantly hurts, of course that's not really nice. I'm the spreader of the laugh. Well, that's a good thing. I like funny people. To tell you the truth, and no, that's not flirting, because, well, that's a reason why I really find my husband so charming, but I have a knack for, or weakness for funny men. Absolutely. Always had a... yeah, weakness, let's say, maybe a type. I like that, when men don't take themselves too seriously. With women too, right? But I don't see women as potential, like, romantic partners. I don't swing that way. And even with, like, other men I'm not looking to date right now, I'm good. Also gonna make unboxing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh, you're gonna do that too. I saw the yeah, you have the God card Ra and so many others, very iconic ones. It's really nice. I mean, I also still got some, but I am looking to sell them, like, at conventions and stuff. Or maybe here people are interested in the ones that I have. I'm not gonna be scalper and raise the price, even though I could make good use of any money that I get right now, but still, I think that's a... well, it's just... you don't do that, you know? It's just my morals, I guess. And I don't even think they're that high. Oh, hey there, Alex. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Always good to see you here. So, yeah, I've been complaining about neck pain. Like, how long are we streaming now? Deduct 15 minutes. I'm sorry, Freddy Fazbear. For the stream starting soon animation. Yeah, about 15-ish minutes I've been complaining about my neck pain. Because it's still there from yesterday. I'm really not used to having that. Usually my body just does whatever it needs to do. You want to hear my joke? Sure, go ahead. Not joking, $69. I don't even know what meme. I mean meme as in the number. Like, I kept hearing, oh yeah, I paid for a Sony PlayStation Online and I paid $69, and I was like, okay, probably not the actual price, but just a meme, a joke. But apparently it really is that number. If you do it with Nintendo, if you like make a family group for your online, you can have up to 8 Switches who can have internet for a year for about 35 euros a year for 8 online passes if you do it via the family thing. That is like the cheapest you can get the Nintendo online service right now. Just a tip. Your mouse isn't working. Oh, that's not good. Oh, you didn't stream it. Okay, for a second I thought, oh, I'm gonna probably like miss them in a few weeks. Alright. Keep me updated, Amit. Okay, still no shiny. Well, what am I expecting, right? Still early. Dared my friend to throw a baseball at a hornet's nest. Why? Why are men like this? Can you please tell me that? Yeah, I'm the only gal here, right? I really have to ask you your gender. Why do you always do that? Like, especially with theirs like these or videos, it's always a guy jumping into a cactus and never a woman. It's always guys having that kind of there and never women. It's like you like the risk, don't you? I hope nothing too bad happened, because that sounds like something I would only entertain as a theoretical thought, but never like actually do. Not saying that you're stupid, right? It's just I would never. No, I'm not even allergic to hornets or bees, but I never got stung and I don't plan on doing that. Would have no problem buying your cards if shipping to Iraq is available, especially for a good shipping price, because Iraq and shipping are like water and oil. They don't go together. Yeah, you've told me, and I you know, Amit, I do believe you, because we already got shipping problems in Luxembourg, and we're like supposedly one of the richest countries on earth, and so many services. They have their headquarters here, you know, because we're a tax haven, so we're good enough for that. But actually sending the parcel here, no, I have to send it to a friend in Germany, or like family in Germany, or if you know someone, like, good thing I also know people in France, or else, well, tough luck, couldn't get it. That is just annoying. But I have to see how much that would cost. Maybe, actually, what I always do when I do send parcels, I have sold things on the internet before, like eBay and other portals. And whenever I shipped anything, I always checked if it was better to ship from, like, I actually have the choice to ship it from multiple countries. Why do I not want to pronounce things correctly? Sometimes it's less expensive to send it from France, and sometimes it's less expensive to send it from Germany for some reason. So I don't always ship from Luxembourg. If one option is, or Belgium sometimes as well, if one option is less expensive, then I do it. Like, I pick that one. If it's for the same quality. At 37.4 today and summer heat comes. Oh boy, that's really warm. Here there has been a storm, like roughly, well, over Luxembourg, definitely, we're a small country again. And over certain, like they call it Bundesländer in Germany. The two closest or bordering Luxembourg, that would be Rhineland, Palatinate, and the famous, or maybe sometimes infamous, Saarland. Those were pretty much just, like, there was a enormous storm. And also in northern regions of France, like the one bordering around outside the city, Audun-le-Tiche. So in that region, roughly, there was a pretty nasty storm last week, but it's still, like, you still see the repercussions now. The weather is weird. Like, it says 20 degrees and cloudy, but it feels like 25 degrees and it's really humid. You know, living inside an oven. Or like a sauna. Well, no oven, because a sauna is, like, that heat is nice and controlled, but an oven is, you know, that heat is not exactly good for you. The nest was on the mailbox and you didn't get stung? Didn't get stung, but my friend did like 5... Oh, come on, why? Well, what did you expect, guys? I mean, that's just asking for it at this point. It was across the street and it like point blank range. I needed to be polar cold for me to sleep. Or is it you're one of those people? Like, really, the coldness is what you need to... For me, it's the, like, darkness. I can't really sleep if the room is bright that I'm in, or somewhere else. I'm trying to sleep. Don't do anything crazy other than relax. Well, that is crazy, yeah. Definitely. Don't do it anymore. Yeah, please don't. Anything I would do in the future is feed seagulls laxatives with food. Oh. Well, like that YouTuber, yeah, I've seen that video. That was definitely something. I hate that Phantom Fox. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I need a little cold or I can't sleep. Well, isn't there... That's what my parents do as well. Like, they cool the room before, like, their bedroom, the master bedroom in their house. And they sleep like this. And I always thought, oh wow, I hate it when it's cool or cold in my bedroom. But then again, they just go under the covers and then it's good. And there is actually... Well, there are studies that I remember, speaking of the room temperature should be a bit colder if you want a good sleep. So I'm not that much surprised. Oh, hey, the Decepticon AI, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? If I sound a bit, not maybe tired, but a bit off, my neck still hurts, and it's been hurting the whole day. I mean, still doesn't, I don't want to cancel the stream, but still, it is not really pleasant. Buying used physical copies of Souls games because I'm not broke. It's just like saving money and I don't wish to buy digital versions that are expensive as hell. I could get Elden Ring for $17. Well, also with digital versions, something that people never seem to mention is that if these digital versions of the games, if they are tied to some like online service or something else, and if that OS or whatever becomes outdated, then you risk losing all the games. And with physical copies that just get played by a console, Even if the services are offline, you can still play the game. So, actual loss of games, I'm interested. It'll be interesting to see if that's gonna happen with the Switch like 20 years from now. Imagine all the digital games now not working in 20 years, unless you have the physical copy. So yeah, that's also why I am a fan of having physical copies instead of the digital one. Daycare Man says they don't know how the egg got here. I think it's a cover-up. Yeah, I mean, they're like... I mean, you're pretty much always a kid playing in the... Oh! Don't mind me, I just heard my crow buddies outside being... Yep, they're flying overhead. They always chew me up. They got some hard-boiled eggs for me today, and they love that. So do you have pain? Well, yeah, thanks, but... Well, it's nothing too bad, you know, but if it's still there tomorrow, then I'm definitely gonna go see like a specialist. If Americans tell you, oh, in Europe, yeah, they have free healthcare, but you can't pick your doctor and stuff, and you're gonna wait for an eternity, that's not true. Like, I can pick... Healthcare in Luxembourg is even like that. I can even go to Germany or France to go see a specialist, whatever. The insurance would still cover it. Or insurance, like the kind of healthcare that we have. But yeah, what I wanted to say about the cover-up. They're like, oh, it's a kid, you know. I don't want to tell them about the... I guess, Pidgeys and... the Beedrills? I don't know. So they just said, oh, we don't know how it happened, it just popped up, you know, to avoid having to explain it. At least that's what I always thought. But... So, look, the developers were like, okay, we can't just put the text they had, you know, or they made it even. That probably would have made some moms angry. Yeah, $60 is a lot. Oh, the Switch 2 games are going to be so expensive. Everything's getting expensive. In winter, windows open, fan on, and door open, fully dark. Yes, that's exactly what or well, not always exactly, but that's what my parents do. Need a squirrel hot Cheetos today. Oh, you fed... Okay, that's... that's not really good for them. I mean, okay, sure, I also feed wild animals, so... But... You know, I leave out nuts or cat kibble, something that isn't toxic to any species, pretty much. He ate the whole thing in under 30 seconds, yeah, I can imagine. Looked hungry, so I gave more and he started stuffing his cheeks. Yeah, I know, when they do that, it's always so cute. But yeah, that cheered me up as well. Hearing the crows caw outside. I don't think you could hear it. I'm also getting Rust, which is the game of toxic players, which you can bet that I'm gonna terrorize human beings in that game. Yeah, of course, Amit. You're gonna troll, of course. What else? Guys, I can ask, can I buy DLC after I buy physical copy of a game, right? Doesn't... Like, that depends on the game, I would say, and on the system. I get gassy when it's too warm. Okay, I don't know what I should do with that information. I'm also making football streams on my channel of me watching my football team play football. If that is, like, allowed, then yeah. But I'd be scared if you got like a copyright strike because you're watching a copyrighted channel, or the game is probably... The TV channels are not gonna be happy. You got the vid? Oh, you actually filmed it. I mean, you can post that on the Discord, sure. Actually saw a crow pair. Really they had a little romantic day, I guess. They were preening each other, and it's really cute. And then they noticed that I was watching from my balcony and that I'm there. And then like just a third crow that was in the proximity, like not too far away, just started cawing, and then they all showed up and were like, okay, come on woman, give us the food. It's like a buffet here, they just pick what they want. It's called Watch Along, where I watch the game, not stream the match itself. It's legal. Okay, and I'm just worrying because that would be stupid if YouTube like give you a copyright strike and then you couldn't stream for a while, you know? Making those so people watch me throw a tantrum after my team loses in the Champions League. So kind of like angry video game nerd, but you're watching football. Hey, if there's an audience for that, and even if not, I mean, I could be streaming other games that are much more popular right now than these, but I choose to do this because I like these games. Well, Shield isn't as good as some of the other that I have streamed. Definitely not, but still. It's always a good way of thinking if you're creating, be it video or music, texts, comics, manga, animation, whatever it might be. When you're using your your artistic talents, go with what you love, or you know that saying, write what you love. That is really, I mean, I really noticed that that's true, and a good way to, or just a good motive. Oh, hey there, human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? May RNGesus bless thee. Yeah, that would be amazing if I got a shiny Sobble tonight. I mean, we're pretty close, I think. If I didn't miscount, I think I should be, with tonight's stream, I should be around like 400 eggs at least hatched. If not already around the 500 mark. There's a lot of people who enjoy people suffering, especially in football. Well, yeah. Oops, no. I did not want to open the map. Why did I do that? I want to do this. There we go. Alright. Alright. The very first box for my eggs is full now. That's a lot of those that I have to want to trade away. I have to say though, because of the neck, if I do get the shiny tonight, I think that's where I'm gonna stop the stream then. Got that heat. That heating thing didn't really, that heat cushion didn't really work. I am wheel, you, well, I am a wheel. Yeah, I know, sometimes typos, just, they happen. There's a YouTuber called Expressions Oozing, he makes football content, and he has extremely funny reaction. Oh, so he just does that, like, reacting to his football, like, a live, reactionist from that era of YouTube, but to football matches, essentially. Oh, okay. Immediately the next one. That's good. Speaking of crows, I saw a huge murder down the road from my house. Yeah, that's the That's the kind of murder you want to see, right? That's the fun murder, and not the scary murder. For those who are unaware, a group of crows is actually called a murder. And what are a group of ravens called again? Also corvids, but raven is not a crow. A crow is not a raven. They have, like, ravens are just much bigger. much bigger. And their beaks are also broader. Their tail feathers are more like shaped like a diamond. And they also sound differently. Oh yeah, conspiracy. But these animals, I don't know, there's so much bad imagery surrounding them, but they're very, I don't know, ever since I interacted with crows now, because I feed them, you know, bits and pieces of meat that fell on the ground, but I just refuse to throw away meat, because an animal has died for that. And I will, so to speak, I want to honor the flesh of that animal that has fallen. And everything of it should, like every piece should be eaten at least, so that the death wasn't in vain. I'm sorry if that sounds like weird or mystical, but it's just like a ethic code that I follow. And that's why I give the crows that, because they love it. Especially now, well, nesting season is done now. They're trying to make their fledglings, their babies, survive, and I help them. And they're very intelligent. Very intelligent. Like, it's amazing how quickly they realize that I'm there, and they just talk to each other, because some crows seem to recognize me, like in parts where I really wasn't that often. Like I went to, like, James was with me, he can vouch for me because he witnessed that. We went with James and with my husband, we went to a northern part of France, like a city. And because I wanted to show him that, and then there were crows who recognized me and my husband, because we feed them together very often. They recognized me. And they flew in a way to just stare at me, and you know, they do vocalizations that you never hear, like clicking noises, or sometimes it sounds like a meow, but it's not really, like a ma. It's weird. Like, that's when you know, oh wait, they like you. They're very, very loyal. Very cute. Like, when they see me, like, they jump in a way, or they skid around like a excited kid. It's so cute. I really wish people would not see them as monsters. They're very, or like scary or bad or evil. They are a very important part in the ecosystem. They are the cleaners. They eat the corpses that, you know, instead of rotten. Okay, that's just how it is. If the bacteria doesn't get them, then the crows do. Expressions using literally loses his mind. He streams like a madman. Oh boy, okay, I see. Trust me, you laugh a lot every time I'm sad. I laugh at his pain. Oh jeez. Well, that does sound a bit dark, but I get what you mean. Posted squirrel video in general on Discord. Thank you. Yana, biggest wet dream is a pink crow. Well, I have a pink crow. You know, hunch crow. I have a shiny. I bred one in Ultramoon, so. But I'm probably gonna go for another one again, and this time live. But crows aren't my favorite animal. I mean, they're among my definitely top 10. Like corvids in general, I think they're cute, and just, it's so charming how intelligent they are. And there are videos out there where I am not kidding, they snowboard they play together, they do complex tasks. It's really a fascinating creature. All of them. Ravens, I've only seen taxidermied ravens in my life, never a real one, like a live one. And I really need to change that. But yeah, definitely top 10. Top 3, no. Top 5, maybe? Yeah, maybe. To be fair, like among my favorites, emperor penguins, it's one of my absolute favorites. Sometimes when a crow just sits there, they kind of have that shape. Reminds me of emperor penguins, it's also a thing that I like. And sometimes they're borbolicious. Just some crows are just such absolute units, or they they puff themselves out. It's adorable. I really don't see the problem people have with them. They brought me nothing but joy. I even got gifts. Like these gifts have been half of a shell. The first one was half a walnut shell. And the second one, they put that in my letterbox, I'm not kidding. Because how else did that one get there? And they did, like, watch me open up my letterbox. They know where I live. They know my car. That's why I keep getting recognized everywhere. It's very funny when they, like, fly really, really low. Very close. Just to stare into your car. That never happened before. But somehow they tell everyone. And somehow they know. They're really, really intelligent. I hate Sony a lot. They don't allow crossplay. Ah, I see. That's why you said curse Sony. I was hoping I could play along Kaiser Kamas in Elden Ring Night Rain, but sadly I can't till I get a PC. Aww. Oh, that's unfortunate. You're still gonna get the PC this year, hopefully. Just as I hopefully get the 3DS capture card. That would be nice. I still have a stracciatella milkshake. Really nice. I mean, nice, it tastes good, but it's not healthy. Of course not. So make better choices than I do today. Don't sleep in weird positions and maybe go for a smoothie instead of a milkshake. See, we still got the possibility. Yes, I will get the PC this year, but I was hoping I would enjoy any game with Kaiser Kamas. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you. Why can't they just... Oh well, I know why they don't implement it. And not a shiny. Threw a couple of old fries at the murder feathers when flying. Oh, depending on what I feed a group of, or murder of crows, my crow bros, sometimes they really fight among each other, and then, like, full-on fights where they're on the ground, screeching and scratching each other, and yeah, it's usually meat when I feed them something like chicken, meat, or yeah, anything. Eggs usually as well, especially hard boiled eggs. The the yellow part they really love. So what I do is I vastly prefer the white part of a hard-boiled egg, and I then eat the white part and I give them the yellow part. They really love that. They fight over it, really. They don't because money, yeah, I know. You got it, Amit. Correct. Also hope you're enjoying the music tonight. It's not a live radio. Apparently this one is safe for streams. And just like yesterday, I'm kind of experimenting. Of course, if you want to listen to something specific, do tell me. I'm also not only the player in tonight's stream, but also the DJ in a way. So well, okay, I'm not completely alone. I mean, the art is from my husband, right? But I would say this channel is mostly me doing everything. There was a video of chicken eating. Yeah, I know, I've seen that one. Didn't you send that to me? Or you sent that somewhere, I remember, maybe on my Discord. But that is not like a weird thing that happens in nature all the time. Fish eating fish, that's not necessarily, like, that's not cannibalism. And cannibalism is really only a problem in terms of prions, like prion contamination with mammals, as far as I'm aware. So that's why, yeah, humans eating humans, especially brain tissue, we should never do that, because you can actually eat a misfolded protein, what a prion is, and then get a very a disease that is probably the scariest way to. Okay, maybe not the scariest way, but one of the scariest way to die. Yeah, on Instagram, I think. True, I think it was that, you're right. But yeah, that happens all the time. Also, some mothers just eating their newborns. Nature's scary, unfortunately. It's just how it is. And not a shiny, of course not. Okay, so my neck isn't hurting anymore per se. That's probably the painkiller working. But I do still feel the strain. So that's not really nice. Oh, there's that kind of spray. Where you spray it onto a muscle and then it forces the muscle to relax. Unfortunately, I have none of that anymore, like nothing left. Ugh. That would have been good to have right now. I want to dedicate my YouTube channel to my family. Every dollar will be for my family. Wow, so you're gonna give your monetization to your family? I mean, I love your humbleness, but sometimes you gotta think of yourself as well. Or then at least I hope that the good deeds will not go unnoticed, you know? That you'll get something equally good in return. Or at least proportional to the help that you give. So yeah, please do get that PC, okay? There's a guy in Luxembourg who who makes some really, I mean, he builds you a PC how you want it, but some of them are really out there, like literally like a pyramid or shaped like something else. One has a claw machine inside. It's really neat. He's very talented. If I ever gonna need another PC, I think, well, I mean, the one that I have right now is really excellent. Can't complain. But if I ever do need another one, I think I'm gonna go with his PCs. They don't need it, but family always comes first. I'm planning to give 75% of the money to them. That's the majority. Don't forget that YouTube takes a cut. While I'm always very happy if I do get donations here, I don't get everything. YouTube does take a cut. I mean, in a way, yeah, that's fair. I just think that I should be able to say or have a say in which ads play. Because there's some scams that play as ads, and like, we are, as content creators, we are expected to do everything completely perfectly. Like, don't say die, don't say kill, say unalive and other such weird made up words. But like, the advertisers can just put freaking scams there, and well, it's all good. Whatever. That is just, I hate that. That should definitely change. They have made some good improvements over the years, I have to say. Like now when you get a music copyright strike, your channel, like, it's not over. It's just like, oh, you gotta either cut that out of your video, or you change it to something else, or you mute it, whatever. And back then it was really, okay, 3 strikes and you out, as in your YouTube channel is deleted. And now we have analytics. As a content creator, very important to see how your channel grows. Just gives you the raw numbers. Back then that wasn't really a thing. So a lot of things they improved upon. Even though I'm still not a fan of the modern UX. And the UI, both, I don't like them. I miss when channels could have animated GIFs as the wallpaper or like the background. That was really fun. And yeah, they should give us the power. Like, I don't want scam ads to play on my streams or my like between my videos. Absolutely not. I don't want that. Yeah, I have exactly 0 say in that. That is... Yeah, I'm gonna complain about it until they do something, which... Yeah, maybe I'm gonna complain for a decade. Who knows? Just want a humble PC, nothing special, just average PC. Come on, get a good one, Ahmed. Don't you think you deserve it? And with a good PC, you end up buying less PCs, so... If you buy a really good one that you keep for a long time, you don't need to pay a mediocre one or buy a mediocre one every year, you know? That's like the... I think you Google Boots economy. That's why being poor actually costs a lot of money sometimes, because as that boot theory thing goes, if you buy a very good pair of working boots, I don't know, like $200, let's say, and they last you 5 years, then that is a better investment than if you buy bad ones, cheap ones, every month or every year. That's essentially the idea behind it. I also don't want any donations because I believe I don't deserve the money of anyone. No, come on, Amit. I disagree with that. Just a normal human being, same, but a normal human being does deserve money for their work. Cares by itself and his family, so I don't want anyone's money. Well, still. You know, you're allowed to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Hey there, Shinigami Rico. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And you too, William 5 million. Welcome back. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good mentally, but there's a reason why I sound maybe a bit tired or not as upbeat as I usually am. My neck is just still hurting. Was already hurting all day yesterday and now it still is. So that's not so nice. Hope that goes away pretty soon. Get a good PC, don't cheap out, future-proof it. Yeah, exactly. See, the others here, chat says it as well. Cheapen the long. Yeah, that's that boot theory of economics. That's like, I don't think that's the actual word or name for it, but if you look on Google enough, you're gonna find it. People talk about it. There was an economist who actually used that as an example. For the Golden Age Sonic games, I just refer to them as the retro... Oh, retro pentalogy, okay. Just to get away from the diluted term classic. With that chaotic oh yeah, the fandoms are definitely something. I don't think I need to tell you this, you know that. Retro is a better term. Yeah, true. So the Golden Age... I gotta ask again, what do you consider the golden age of Sonic games? Because a lot of people, for that includes the adventure games. For some people, they are even more restrictive and they say, no, it's only the 2D old OG games. Some of them include Sonic CD, others don't. Very confusing. As you said, like with Sonic fans, you never know what you're gonna get. At least I do consider the Dreamcast era of Sonic to be part of a golden era. Suffering. We're losing 1-0, managed to hold till halftime. Oh, some football drama going on again. Oh, by the way, Ahmed, us talking on stream about football actually gave me a couple of views, and I'm not kidding, because I was looking through my YouTube analytics today, as you kind of have to do that when you want to do YouTube professionally. And I got clicks from people, or at least my streams. And some videos got suggested to people who are watching a Real something match from football. Don't remember like the exact thing, but it was definitely football, so... yeah, that is definitely interesting. You want a Spain versus Portugal final? Oh boy. Just to troll again. Yeah, I don't know what your as in you, William 5 million, I still love that. That is just such a good username because it rolls right off the tongue and it rhymes. But anyway, I don't know if you consider the Dreamcast era to be part of the Golden Age Sonic. Sake of quality and consistency, the 16-bit Sonic games and Sonic Mania Plus definitely qualifies the true Golden Age. Okay, that's, yeah. I mean, I also think those games are good. Portugal is against Germany. When they play against them, it is Spain without the S. Pain, yeah. Now, if you're like in Luxembourg and you want to sleep, or like you live in a Luxembourgish city, and like football, like there's a very, I know, either the European Cup or the World championship. When those are going on, like, forget about your sleep. We have the French, we have the Portuguese, Italians, Germans, like they're gonna toot that horn very loudly. Like that's gonna... And you think, oh, I can just escape that and go to Germany, and then like it's the Germans and like the Turks, and then you go to France and then it's other people. Like there's so many nations here, all of them are football fanatics. And if one... Like, I knew the results sometimes of matches just by observing who was going crazy on the streets. It still happens. That's just Europe for you. Hey Editor, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully good. My neck is still bothering me. I mean, it's a bit better than yesterday, but still. Oh god, what have I done? Must have been laying on my bed like really horribly bad. Germany has too many people. Okay, depending on with like what cadence or what context you read that sentence, it's either a factual statement maybe, or a like something terrifying. Half of the population is not German. I mean, I wouldn't say half. But like in Luxembourg, that's actually the case. Like almost or roughly 49% are foreigners, and that can still work out. But I do agree that there are too many people on this earth, as in too many humans. We don't need that many humans. And we can actually feed more and like... We haven't even reached full capacity yet, and we're already wasting tons and tons of food, uneaten food that could go to starving people, and empty homes that could go to the homeless. So we're already sucking now. We don't need to reach that maximum. I do agree with that. We should have... Like, I don't see that as alarming when people have less and less children. It's not that I hate children, absolutely not. I do actually want to have some of my own one day. Be it like nature or like nature intended or adoption, I don't know. Whatever. However my life's gonna go. But still, I am a firm believer of the phrase, every child deserves parents, but not every parent deserves a child. There's a lot of... I actually think most people are not intellectually, physically, and emotionally capable or stable enough to raise a child how it should be. That is sad, but it's better to not be born, in my opinion, rather than be born into a horrible life. There's a lot of people who don't agree with that, which, yeah, that's fair, you don't have to. PSG sucks ass. PSG? So that is an abbreviation for a lot of things. Even more the Luxembourgish get bumped up because they count the double nationalities in statistics. Yeah, that's true. Because if they count me, even though I don't have an Italian passport, by the law of Italy, because I have an Italian father, I am also a Italian national, at least in Italy. I can vote there and everything. Which is weird because, well, I have family there, of course, but I never grew up there, you know? I think people who wish to get kids should just adopt orphan children instead of increasing the population of countless brains and souls that will only destroy our earth. To be fair, yes, I do agree, but I've since, when I know a couple of people who, or adoptees who were adopted, And I also did some research of what adopted people say, and there seems to be like an inherent trauma when you adopt, so that's why I kind of see it in a nuanced way. I agree that it would be better if all the children who want parents, if they get parents first, rather than create complete new ones. But that is just a metric that you can't, or well, you can kind of control it, but that needs to go like to the root problem. And there's not that many babies without, like, orphan babies are rather rare. It's very often older kids, and no one wants them. Like, pretty much any parent, or a lot of parents, when they want to adopt, they want a blank slate, so to speak, a newborn. And I kind of get it. You want to raise them as your own. But still, apparently that trauma aspect is still there. It's sad. So, and sometimes there's also just blatant human trafficking. So adoption is nice. In a way that I'm happy that it exists, and it also exists in nature. But the way we do it isn't always so nice. That's an unfortunate reality. And there's dark facets to it. And no matter, I know scientists have discovered that we may have miscounted the population by 3 billion? So we may have 11 billion. I did not, like... Do you have a link to that? Because I'd be interested in reading that. 11 billion was still... too many. Way too many. And no... That like doesn't mean I am advocating for genocide. Of course not, but let the people who really want to be parents and who really are capable of doing so, let them be parents. And don't feel like you need to have a child, because that's one thing that I learned talking to mothers of all ages. It is better to regret never having had a child rather than regret having a child. And I think that's just something that people don't want to realize, because it's the dark and bitter truth. It's not nice hearing that. But that's unfortunately how it is, or how I see it. Who said PSG? Ooh, can someone explain that to me? I'm of personal belief that parents should get a license before they are allowed to procreate. Yeah, I agree. A license would be good, but that's the problem. How do you enforce this? Like, there's so many ways to corrupt that, unfortunately. May sound extreme, but it may be needed now. Yeah. Sometimes, actually, extreme measures are necessary. We should always strive towards not going there, or not needing to go for extreme measures, but sometimes when we're doing stupid crap like that, you know, you don't have any other choice. Okay, that was not... There we go, gimme. Oh, it's a football club, I see. With too much Arab money. Like the rich oil guys investing their... washing their... investing their money there. Okay, I see. Well, exam? I don't know if an exam is enough, but... like, it's just heartbreaking. So many babies die because of the parents just not knowing how a baby should function. It's just... like, we are supposedly the most intelligent species on this planet, and Yet with our big brains, you know, that are literally a problem now. That's why human births are so dangerous, because newborn human baby heads are just huge. And a bit too huge for the pelvis of the woman, of the mother. That's actually a problem that humans have had and still have. Well, I mean, now we have medical interventions like cesarean and everything. But we have that, you know? But then we kind of F it up in the end with the whole baby raising thing. And then you got some moms in the wild who, like, just... They are animals, wild animals, who are half conscious and they can do it better. That is just such an embarrassment. At least I think it is. As a species that is apparently so intelligent, just seeing parents fail. Or like so many cases are, oh, your baby died because it was shaken. Like, don't shake them. They should know. Every parent should know how the neck muscles function or don't function in the early stages of an infant. Like, that should be taught. Everyone should know this. Or at least everyone who wants to have an infant, a baby. They should know about child psychology. Like, I see so many women, mothers, who are like, they are projecting their... How do I say it? They are kind of projecting things onto toddlers who are not intelligent, or not intelligent, that sounds like mean, but as I mean, like, they're not, the brain isn't there yet for them to be able to manipulate like that. They say, oh, stop manipulating, but the toddler, like, so many moms don't know that children at a certain age are not capable, like, they don't have that mind yet. Like, they don't even... Like, shouldn't we know that? We have big heads with big brains, apparently. We should definitely use that sometimes. Oh, you really hate that football club. I can't sing Champions of Europe. You will never sing that anymore. Okay. And I will never sing that song then, I guess. Not that I even knew that it existed. But license, I would make it mandatory for people who want children. If you don't want, you don't need to do it. Besides that, once you have received the license, then maybe you need to refresh every 5 to 10 years, yeah. So many are really abusive. But then again, we need to find, like, what happens when a lot of babies, they are accidents. Sometimes the pill can fail, sometimes the condom can break, sometimes something else happens. And now it's too late, you have the baby. And they haven't done the exam yet. What would your solution to that specific possibility be? Ich weiß, es ist eklig, aber ich habe mal mit meinen Freunden so einen Witz gemacht. Wenn man die weiß auch was... Ja, ich weiß, was das ist. Also ich spreche das jetzt nicht laut aus, aber ja, natürlich weiß ich, was das ist. Gibt's auch noch die Lippen und als Beleidigung. Okay. Wenn dich jemand nervt. Einfach, habt ihr das gesagt? Okay. Problems, child protective services fail a lot of the time. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, or they are too late. When you need to use it, children are often traumatized and are often not fit for society or need a lot of therapeutic sessions that we don't get because they're booked full. And it's just like the cycle repeats. They experienced abuse, a lot of them go on to abuse even more people, and then there's another generation of abuse. Oh, you didn't hear me? Was it an ad? well, I like in cases of accidents, like if say a couple is, they said we don't want children, and then they do get one, like she gets pregnant by accident, and then it's too late to abort the child. Well, the fetus at that stage, and they have to have it. Like, would they need to get the license during the pregnancy, or what would your solution be? But yeah, it is like there's hours worth of content on YouTube, usually by Explore With Us or EWU, body cam footage of police being sent to places where apparently child protective services have been so many times and yet nothing happened, and then it becomes worse enough now it's true crime. Well, you know, so many of these videos, it's heartbreaking. And not just in like the US, I also see cases like that in Germany, in France. It's just that on top of so many other things right now in this world going south. I don't know. Try to stay cheerful, but it's hard. But I'd prefer talking about something a bit more fun. But of course, this channel is just chat again. We speak about, or we talk about the darkest things. Well, we got chill Nintendo music playing in the background. Worst part of abortion is that a small chunk of abortions come with people, especially children, being SA'd. Yeah, that's another dark horror. That's unfortunately true. But, I mean, I am pro-choice, but that doesn't mean that I think abortions are a wonderful thing. They're like a necessary thing, but I really wish that I'm never gonna have to do that. Must be really traumatizing. But then again, I don't think that we should force women to carry the fetus to term. If it's too late, I would let them join the license test with priority if needed. If this ain't possible, they have to designate a guardian until they are able to do the yeah, okay. Themawechsel. Nee, ist jetzt nicht, dass das so schlimm ist, aber die Welt ist gerade ein bisschen kacke, ne? Ich würde gerne manchmal über was Besseres reden. Okay, your mom had two. I don't know if I needed to know that, but yeah, I know one. Okay, I'm not gonna say who it is, but I know of one woman who got like over 20, and not because the contraceptives failed. No, she was just too lazy to do that. And then just got an abortion every time. That's like the straw. She's essentially the straw man or the straw woman that conservative, aggressive pro-lifers, or I like to call them pro-birthers, that they have. Like, oh, they're just gonna use that to always avoid the consequences of their actions. Yeah, I mean, 20, probably even more. She now has a kid. I'm not in contact with that woman. We're not exactly best friends. She's not an enemy either, right? I don't live on this world to make enemies, but it's not like we're besties. Yeah, but probably more than 20. Back then, because it wasn't possible in Luxembourg, she always went to the Netherlands to get it done. And she was there a lot. And then it's kind of like an open secret That's what she did. I never really judged her that much, but still, it's... Come on, girls, where's your brains? I mean, I know her, so I know that she's not really the brightest candle on the cake, you know? But still, if you do that, come on, just use contraceptive. I mean, come on, do something. Use protection. At that point. Top customer, yeah, we were like... I mean, that was just insane. Oh, going to the Netherlands every month, or every other month when the pregnancy test is positive. But oh no, I don't want to take contraceptives. Okay, I get it. I mean, the oral contraceptives, yeah, she was right about saying they have a lot of negative side effects that are sometimes really horrible and can be fatal. Of course, that's a problem when you smoke, isn't that right? But, well, she picked her poison. I picked mine. I picked the contraceptive. She picked the I want to smoke cigarettes. So I never had that thing. Like, I never had a abortion. I never ever in my life was pregnant. And she went there I don't know how many times. Complaining about how contraceptives make everything I don't want to get too much into it because we are talking about sex and I do have minors here, so I don't want to be too graphic, but it's like, come on, you could have made a good choice. I know you're kind of daft, girl, but you can still, you know, you're an adult now, you can vote, you have your house or your apartment and everything. And you need to be grown up then. I get being against contraceptives, like the oral ones, because of the side effects, but you can use something else. And then it was excuse after excuse, and it was like, okay, sure, then do whatever. I mean, it's your body, your choice, but still, that's like, that's also not good for your body, right? To keep doing that. Just never understood that. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, yeah. Deutsche mussten doch gelogen haben, als die vorletzte oder letztes Jahr Weed legal gemacht haben. Warum? Also, man darf ja 3 Pflanzen haben, ne? In Luxemburg sind es pro Haushalt 4 Pflanzen, die man legal besitzen darf. Und ich glaube, man darf in Luxemburg Shinigami Rico, der versteht jetzt auch Deutsch, ne? Und ja, korrigiere mich von der Stimme so, ne? Aber switching between languages again. Aber also in Luxemburg, glaube ich, kann man 30 Gramm für den Eigenbedarf mit sich tragen, was schon, also das ist aber viel. To be fair muss ich aber auch sagen, es ist unfair, dass ich kann jetzt ein Fuder, also 1000 Liter Alkohol mit mir im Auto haben. Das könnte mich, ich weiß nicht wie oft, umbringen. Das ist legal. Wenn ich Kilo... Okay, Kilo Cannabis sieht man das eh, vielleicht Kilo oder so, aber das dürfte ich nicht, weil das wäre illegal. Aber das könnte mich ja nicht vergiften. Das finde ich... Das ist kein Zusammenhang, ne? Wir haben doch alle erwartet, dass die da alle framen und in den Knast schicken. Jana made die Pflanze. Wo hast du das mit dem... Ist das mit dem Tomato? Oder ist das einfach jetzt dein Nickname? Ich krieg hier von jedem Nicknames. Oder Kosennamen, wie man in Deutschland sagt, ne? Das ist auch wieder so ein Wort, das lese ich immer nur, aber ich höre es fast nie. So yeah, back to English. we're talking about some German laws. Keine Ahnung habe ich erfunden, okay. Also es ist legal, 3 Pflanzen pro Haushalt in Deutschland zu haben. Aber komplett legalisiert ist es nicht. Ich sage leider nicht, weil das... Ich finde, Softdrugs sollten so reguliert sein und Harddrugs gibt es auch andere bessere Ideen als diese repressive Drogenpolitik, diesen Krieg, den wir verloren haben. Sinnlos. 4 plants per household and only 3 grams so low on your own person. Oh, so I can't have like 30 grams, it has to be like 3 grams. Okay, I mean, I'm not like walking around with 30 grams of cannabis. But still, it's just unfair that I could potentially go around, I said that in German previously, earlier. I can walk around with thousands of liters of alcohol. Well, maybe not walk around, but, you know, have that in my car, and that'd be okay. But with cannabis, I can't, and like that amount of alcohol could kill me 50 times over, I don't know. And that amount of cannabis never could do that. Leider, also Bubatz macht dich nur behindert. Also wenn dein Gehirn noch nicht fertig entwickelt ist, ja, lass die Finger davon, absolut. Aber für Erwachsene, die das jetzt nicht so komplett, ich sag jetzt nicht, welche die dauerhigh sind, da bin ich mir schon sicher, dass das nicht unbedingt so gut ist, aber wenn man damit gut umgeht, immer wieder, die Dosis macht das Gift, dann geht das mich nichts an, wenn die Leute bekifft sein wollen. Wenn sie nicht hinters Steuerrad gehen oder irgend so schwere Maschinen betätigen, dann geht das mich nichts an. Und den Staat finde ich auch nichts. Dass jetzt eine gute Wahl ist, das ist ein bisschen wie mein Milkshake hier. Und den Frojo, den ich heute bestellt habe. War das eine gute Wahl? Also ja, es war lecker. Aber war es eine gesunde Wahl? Nein. Aber manche Leute, die machen sich die rollen sich ein am Abend, andere trinken Bier, ich mach das. Nicht jede Wahl, die Erwachsene treffen, sind wirklich gut, aber ich finde, in freiem Land soll das aber möglich sein. Wenn sie nicht jemanden anderen deshalb irgendwie in Gefahr bringen. It isn't okay, someone got stopped when they passed the Luxembourg/German border because they had the entire trunk full of coffee. Oh, I think that was because there's some people who like in bulk, they buy coffee or cigarettes or like alcohol in Luxembourg because we don't have luxury taxes on those items, and then they sell them for profit over the border. I think it was more like a tax thing. Because the only reason why people get busted by police with tons of cigarettes and alcohol or coffee is because of the taxes thing. They automatically think your intent is to sell those and make a profit, which can't blame them thinking that. Why else would you buy that much? But yeah, I think might be a case of that. Sah mal mit 10 high aus wegen einer Augenentzündung. Oh. Ah ja, Augenentzündung. Also Entzündung ist nie was Tolles, aber ja gut, es gibt auch Leute, da werden die Augen nicht wirklich rot. Aber ja, also ich rede das jetzt nicht schön, ne? Aber trotzdem ich finde, das sollte eine Wahl sein, wie jetzt mein Milkshake. Ist eine Zuckerbombe. Ich hätte besser einen frisch gepressten Saft bestellen sollen. Das wäre besser für mich. Aber manchmal mache ich auch so eine Wahl. Was ist überhaupt schlimmer? Zigaretten oder wie? Ah, Zigaretten. Absolut. Zigaretten, das ist das Problem drin. Einfach die Inhaltsstoffe, die da drin sind. Teilweise dasselbe wie in Batterien. Und da mache ich jetzt nicht Scherze. Und Nikotin ist einfach gar nicht gut für den Körper. Also das ist karzinogen. Das bedeutet, dass es krebserregend ist. THC oder Tetrahydrocannabinol, das ist der aktive Wirkstoff in Bubats. Das hat nicht, also natürlich kann das auch abhängig machen, jetzt nicht so stark wie Nikotin. Aber das ist jetzt nicht karzinogen oder so. Natürlich, das zu rauchen ist nicht gut für die Lungen automatisch. Nikotin plus Krebs ist schon so, ja, I mean, das ist genau das. Think therefore I am. The cut. Want to see more volleyball? And no, I'm not talking about the sport. Are you, by any chance, talking about a pink pearl that has one eye that is cracked? Because if that is the case, then I agree with you. I wanted to see more of her as well. Ich dachte, Nikotin macht süchtig und die anderen Stoffe... Ja, aber Nikotin, also da gibt es genug Studien, wo Nikotin, auch Patches, auf Zellen angewendet wurde und das kann dann in Langzeit ist das auch karzinogen. Leute, die damals, hast du vielleicht schon mal in so Cowboy-Filmen gesehen, Leute, die Tabak kauen, also die haben das Nikotin dann im Mund und die nehmen das so über die Mundschleimhaut auf, dann geht das direkt ins Gehirn. Und die haben auch sehr oft Krebs gehabt, also Larynxkrebs oder so. Nikotin ist karzinogen. Ich glaube, wenn du diese Nikotin-Patches kaufst, steht da auch eine Warnung drauf. Also ich musste die nie kaufen, weil ich werde niemals rauchen. Macht das einfach nicht. Macht null Sinn. Teuer. Ein teures Abo für Krebs, okay? Mach's nicht. Zigaretten hat auch Bodenteer, was sie in den Straßen benutzen. Ja, das ist auch karzinogen. Yes. Good, yeah. I mean, I really like the fusion. And I really wanted to see, like, in the end, it's kind of interesting. They never really reveal with volleyball if her eye got fixed or not. Because she's always holding something that blocks the view, or like another gem is standing in front of her or something like that. Which, I mean, I get it, that's fun, but I kind of I hope she's okay. She saw a side of Steven's mom that even our white pearl, she was Pink's, but you know, that pearl, bird mom pearl. No, that was really interesting. I wish they had more episodes in future. Poor Fox has to listen to German speaking. I mean, that is just how the stream goes. He knows that. He's been here for a while. Maybe if you have a French person here, then sometimes it can delve into that language. Well, Portuguese, I can't do that. I don't know Portuguese. Ich mache mir ganz ehrlich über meine Eltern Sorgen, die rauchen und vapen, Deadly Combo. Oh, ja, das ist... Ja, mit Vapen, also diese E-Zigaretten, da gibt's eine sehr... Das an sich gibt's jetzt eine Volkskrankheit sozusagen, die nur Vapor haben. Das ist diese Popcorn-Lunge. Das ist auch wirklich... das klingt süß, aber es ist ein Albtraum. Ich kann deine Sorgen verstehen. Das ist gar nicht gut für die Lunge. Kommentarbereich ist nun Eigentum der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. I love the Snow Day episode. Yeah, I love that too. That was really nice where all the fusions played the Steven tag. And finally we got to see Pearl shape-shifting again, because, I mean, without spoiling it too much for all the other viewers here, but it's just, if you know what, like, if you know a lot about the show, that was a defining moment, I think. Her letting go of her traumatic past, finally growing out of that, or like healing. But yeah, sometimes, I mean, usually I try to keep it in English, you know, but sometimes when I have chatters who speak one language and I speak that as well, well, sometimes that can happen. I'm gay if Yamato gets shiny in the next 10 eggs. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting. I still want to know where you got that idea of Yamato. Is it a tomato anagram with my name, or is it something else? Currently using my monkey to beat another. Okay. I hope I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. If it is, I brain delete. Delete content. Alright, next one. And what do I get? I get nothing. Well, I get a Sobble, but not a shiny. I act like a tomato sometimes. Okay, that doesn't explain anything. How does a tomato act like? I've never seen any tomato act at all. They are inanimate. Part of a living thing, yes, but inanimate. Ich brauche noch mehr Erklärungen. I don't know. Okay. Gotta accept it for what it is, I guess. Running Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and in the battle zone / tower. A trainer has an Ambipom and a Chansey for experience. Oh no, don't touch me please, wild Pokemon. Farming, and I'm using my Infernape. Oh, nice. Yeah, I also remember doing that in the Hoenn games. With the secret bases, and then just cloning the Blissey traded from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Or the Chansey, and then raising that one to level 100. Teaching her only moves that like can hurt. And then just like clone that and fill the team. And then that's like to farm experience points. You could do that back then. What the hell do I have in my chat? Geh weg. Ja, nee, geh weg. Keinen guten Tag für dich. Geh zurück zur Hölle. Go, you failed. You failed in your art, you failed in your war, you failed with your stupid pieces of crap. Go. I'm back from the dead. Alright, can you speak? You can't speak German suddenly? Ja, Dinge, die wieder im Chat passieren. Ich habe jetzt drauf geklickt, um zu gucken, wer das jetzt ist, aber That seems to be someone made this channel. Someone made that account. Look at what Israel is doing. More people on my side now. Well, I hate that. You're right. I hate it. Go away. Go to hell where you belong. Come on. Satan is missing you. I know the bastards are back, but people like me are always gonna be there to fight against you. And the AFD are losers. Yeah, things that happen in my chat sometimes, huh? That is definitely not what I expected what would happen when I start streaming. To be fair, I wasn't too sure what I should be expecting, because live streams, I mean, you're on air and then whatever happens, happens. That's just the way it is. Even Kanye likes me. Yeah, that's like that is just insane that he is a self-proclaimed Nazi, and he said that he loves you, Austrian loser. That is just absolutely insane. Is a bipolar. Well, okay. No, okay, no, you were right, as in your people are still, unfortunately, among us, yes. There's still freaking Nazis nowadays. But it's a battle you're never gonna win. Fascists never win. Like, they always destroy themselves in the end, and that's just the way it is. Has a mental disability. I mean, isn't he, like, he has bipolar disease, which, to be fair, that is... Oh, that's a hard thing to have. It's like a type B personality disorder. But yeah, they can sometimes become criminally insane, unfortunately. I'll give you some Reichmacht. Oh god. He deserves... Yeah, he should be in a mental hospital. Isn't he also, and let's just ignore the failed painter. You're jealous. I'm a true Aryan. I'm actually blonde, you know? And you're not even you're not even the image of what you think is the best, so shut up. You should listen to me. By your standards, by your messed up logic, you should do as I say. Tell us old facts if you're real. What is it with this role play? Where is this going? That's another fun fact I can tell my parents again. They're gonna ask me when I see them again this week. And this week we had that guy. I don't like saying the name. He's not Voldemort, but oh well. Are you a Juden? No. And it shouldn't even matter if I was, but no. I actually did a genetic test and I'm 100% European. Are you this pure, as you say, huh? Nah, So bow down. It's time. Tell them Ditto said hi for real. We had a dolphin. Oh boy. You sure you're not Polish? You're Juden if you are? No, I'm not Polish. Like, I'm like 46% even one of your Axis, unfortunately. Your Axis power buddies. Stupid Mussolini. I'm 46% Northeastern Italian, and man, is it a shame as a somewhat Italian person, at least to them I have the nationality, but that we invented fascism? That is really like, oh my god, such a shame. To be fair, I didn't do it, right? Just like random that I spawned as a Luxembourgish Italian person. Italians are pure Aryans. Where's this going? But yeah, by that, you know, all all those Nazis, like, they should bow down to me. By your twisted logic, I'm better than you, because I have all the traits that you desire. So, they should just do that. Unfortunately for them, what I want is not what they want, but that's not my problem, that's a them problem. Oh, and when they don't like that, yeah, it doesn't feel good deciding over the fates of others, isn't it? But they never understand it. As a guy whose father is an Italian, please KYS, as in to little Austrian failed painter, yes. I hope that's not directed at me. Like, I don't want to say every Italian doesn't have any honor left. Like, no, I don't believe in that concept of inheriting sin or inheriting a wrong. I don't see any Germans today as, like, they're not at fault for the world wars, but it's still like, why did it have to be your kind of people who invented fascism, you know? That's kind of, I do get that. No, I'm never gonna, do I look like Elon to you? If I do, damn, no, I'm not that ugly. I'm never gonna do that. I'm gonna give you, you know what? I'm gonna give you a middle finger, just like my grandfather did. Like, just into the face of an SS officer. You never have the balls to do that, huh? I mean, granted, that was an amazing moment. I'm kind of proud of that, even though, I mean, okay, am I allowed? I didn't do it, he did it. Roman salute, yeah, dog whistles, I know. Know why I would be swearing at Yamamoto? I don't know. Wacky roleplay. Well, to be fair, that would be pretty mean. I prefer Oberkommandant. Come on, Scram. This is a friendly channel, but like, no. I obey by the paradox of Karl Popper. I am tolerant, but I'm not tolerant of the intolerant. Go. Come back as a good character. Like, if you want to come back as a politician, maybe another one, but not that one. Someone who didn't fail everything he started. $10x without a shiny. I'm not gay. Well, you set the conditions. I don't care what you are. You're the friendly version. That's what they all said. All those clones. Come back as Olaf Scholz. No, I don't want that. I mean, not the same ballpark by any means, but still. Oh god, there's not that many politicians that I really like or admire. Or that I share a lot of ideology or stances on. No, don't come back as Joseph Mengele either. I don't want that guy here. Can you come back as something nice, like a, I don't know, a puppy? Something that people actually like? Or a friendly Dönermann from next door? Na, ich hab letzte Woche bei einem neuen Italiener angerufen und dann wollte ich mein, also das war, als ich in Trier jetzt war. Und dann war das, ich habe mir gedacht, okay, jetzt übst du ein bisschen das Italienische, was du lernst. Und dann bin ich in den Laden gegangen und dann waren es Türken, die kein Italienisch konnten. Gandhi, except from Civ, yeah, then he just immediately nukes the stream. No! None of those people. That's a horrible choice that you have there. It's like being in a restaurant and getting a menu and it's crap and poo and bile and... Like, give me something good, not just the worst of the worst. I mean, a lot of them are horrible, have been horrible people. No, come back as something good. Yeah, okay, I missed that comment, but no, still, I don't want that. I want good things. Silly vanilli. But at least we're having fun here, aren't we? But yeah, you're right, a shiny should appear soon, that would be nice. Oh god, that stupid neck thing is really annoying. Oof, and tomorrow I have to drive somewhere. Ugh. Really don't like it when you have a stiff neck and then, you know, when you drive, you shouldn't just stare at what's in front of you. Sometimes you have to look back to see if you can change lanes or something like that. To see if someone's coming. No, not Joseph Goebbels. No, stop! And now that dictator's name, like all of these disgusting names are now on my stream and on my video later. Why? I mean, I do have the chat that shows here, right? So I'm gonna have to read those names later when... or anyone watching this. I hope you like the trolling then. Have these horrible names here. Come back as Karl Marx, that would be based. That's a German. Or is that too left? Because clearly you have a bias for a certain kind. Old Kanye. Again, I don't want to be an armchair psychologist or psychiatrist here. I cannot, like, do medical diagnoses or anything like that. But, I don't know, maybe Kanye, I mean, some BPD sufferers also have other cluster B personality type disorders. I think he might also be a narcissist. Because NPD, BPD combos are pretty common. It's a comorbidality that exists. I think he's kind of that, which, oof, that's like a slippery slope to chaos. Karl Dönitz, wasn't that the guy who was... what's that called again? Nuremberg protests, that... Nuremberg trials? Really? That guy? Like... the worst criminals? Or one of the worst. Why do these names have to appear here? I mean, I'm all for silly little games here, but... and role-playing, whatever, having fun, but I mean, you realize that I have these names on the stream now, right? I mean, if I get demonetized, whatever, but still, it's... Can I have nice things here? Those are horrible people. I mean, it's a good thing in a way that I know those names because I read about history and everything. I went to museums, I talked to survivors of the war and everything, but I also kind of hate that I recognize these names. All craps and giggles until there's someone from your family pranking. Oh, that could be, but I don't think this is a family member. Do you support East Germany or West Germany back then? None. I mean, the wall fell before I was even born, so... But then still, I don't agree with East Germany. Yeah, they claimed they were communists and everything, but it was state capitalism, kind of what China does. And I don't agree with that. Like, I do want a leftist economic approach, but not an authoritarian one, which they were. And the other side, it's essentially kind of like what South Korea has, and with North Korea was kind of a... At least there are certain parallels. One side claiming they're communist and for the people. Yeah, it's just a state apparatus that has everything, owns the means of production, and people have to... The common folk have... Still there's classes, so no communism. And they have to wait in line to get a piece of bread, and the other side you have crazy debt. People can't pay living... I mean... They're not one-to-one, but I do see these similarities. And I'm not on either one side. I don't agree with both of these. It's funny you say that. Okay, I guess. Heard that German Wi-Fi is the worst. Hey there, Kaiser Kamazin. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Did I hear something about state capitalism? Yeah. Was explaining. Someone here is, you know, you can see it in chat, is having a bit fun with the role playing here, and he just, like, the propositions of things he wants to come back as is like the worst of the worst. So Nazi war criminals, essentially. Starden Boden. Now a German cat will come towards you. Nowadays they have communists with a Gucci bag. Yep. But that's actually that's actually not really as hypocritical as you think it is. And I'm saying that as a communist with a Gucci bag, literally. Because with one, okay, it's it's a company that makes it, but at least it's slow fashion, it's not fast fashion. Like, there's actually a worker who knits that together, that bag, and it needs to go through certain standards, and it's in Europe, usually from Gucci. It's from Firenze in Italy, or Milano, whatever. And that's closer to what communists want than what capitalists want, because, like, with extreme capitalism, you don't tend... Like, it tends to be more, very fast fashion, like something from Woolworths, something you can just make en masse. With handmade things, like a really expensive luxury brands, like they have someone who only does the leather and someone who paints, and that takes a lot of time. Is it justified to cost that much? That's a question everyone can decide for themselves, but yeah, you can't buy style or intelligence or class or personality. So just if you stand there with, I don't know, a Supreme shirt that cost you $5,000, I don't know, doesn't mean that you're a better person. I mean, buy whatever you want if you like it, but yeah. my neck still hurts, Kaiser. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, we did have one that we banned. I wonder if he came back. Like, why me? Am I threatening you from the confines of hell? Wow. I mean, where's my badass trophy? Gotta give me that, no? Is Yamamoto a Karen in real life? Blonde alligator? I mean, I am blonde, but a Karen, no. Absolutely not. I hate SUVs. I hate how Karens or just some white women, especially older ones, yeah, Karens, just are so entitled and they think they can do anything. I hate people who don't treat workers right or service people, staff like they're slaves. That is disgusting. You should respect people who make your food, you know? Or just in general, respect workers. And that's not what Karens do. But yeah, are you that one that we banned back then? Thoughts on Freikorps? Freikorps, wasn't that the like a paramilitary after the First or the Second World War? I don't remember which one. Yeah, I mean, not really a fan of them. They seem to be, from my understanding, not right-wing, but not really left enough, at least for what I think. Can we change the theme? As in theme the music or the topic? And there is no good, Adolf. Karen yelling at the poor minimum wage Walmart. Yeah, I hate it. I mean, I've gotten into not fights, but altercations or confrontations with like Karens. It was like, what the hell is your problem? Just why are they so rude? I really don't like Karens. It's another shame. Like, why do I have to be like white? People thinking I'm a Karen because other white women just can't freaking keep themselves together. That kind of sucks. Rizzler, Jesus Christ almighty. Yeah, can't we have Jesus back? I remember he was here. I mean, I'm not a Christian, but at least Jesus, you know, I definitely agree with his philosophy. He should come back. Not you. My first time seeing you. Wow. Why my streams? Why not come back as something actually good? What a random thing again. Alright. He's trying to keep me from getting a shiny at least. Looks like his plants aren't that big anymore. You know, the bullet to your head thing, that was really based. You should have done that much earlier. That would have done the world a favor. Yeah, I'm just pretending. I'm just playing along and pretending I'm speaking to one of the most vile people that have ever existed. Like he's not dead. George Floyd, is this better? I guess. I mean... Oh boy. You just wanna... I mean, if you just wanna hear me read out those names, then you could just write them and I'm gonna read them all, but... Yeah, I do agree with Kaiser here. It's not really that funny anymore. 2 out of 10 joke. Yeah, it was funny for a couple of minutes, but now I don't know. I mean, I guess thanks for the engagement, but I mean, guys know it here. Sometimes we do silly role plays, why not? But I'd rather be speaking about something intelligent than doing this, you know? Doing alright, hope you're hanging in there with the neck pain, Jonna. Yeah, thanks. It's really getting annoying. If it's not better tomorrow, I think I'm gonna see a specialist. Took some pain, like a painkiller, and I applied heat to the area, but still, ugh. And I mean, you see Chad, it's going insane again. No! Oh my god, please. Okay, that is really... Okay, come on, stop. I think this is going too far. Let the man rest. Okay, this is really messed up. You know that I know who that person is that you're having the name of, and let him rest. Alright, so I muted you for 24 hours, or as YouTube says, 86 seconds. But come on, let him rest. He was very depressed. That is not really funny. As someone who has PTSD, I'm all for haha, sometimes dark humor, but come on. What did he say? If you're not aware, I'm not gonna read the name because that's what the guy probably wants me to do, but as Kaiser said, 2 out of 10 joke now. Turned into 1 out of 10 joke, but that name and that quote is like a very famous shock video on not on YouTube, on Facebook. It was a live stream of a depressed, I think an ex-soldier, or maybe was a soldier, and his... Unfortunately, I saw the video, like not when it was live, but that's one of those videos I wish I could just delete that from my head. It's... Don't watch it, please don't. It's like, you know... Okay, I'm just gonna say it, a suicide shock video. And then he gets a phone call, I think, from his girlfriend. She breaks up with him, and then he says that, what he wrote there, and proceeds to shoot himself in the head, and then... Yeah. There's still people out there making fun of him. And that is just very disrespectful, and that's where I think the dark humor, I guess that's where the boundary has been broken. That's not what you should do. Come back before you have when you have a good joke, yeah. I mean, yeah, let's talk, I mean, we can speak dark topics, okay? That always seems to happen, but can we be a bit more intelligent? This was kind of a, I don't know, probably some kind of kid. You wanted to see more of Aubergine Pearl? Yeah, same. All we saw was she gave a tour, and that's it. I wanted to see in general more of all of them. More of Emerald, definitely. It's, I mean, I said that in another stream, didn't I? I really wanted to see more of Emerald. Yeah, that's the explanation, ditto. Also ich schwöre dir, schau das nicht nach, google das wirklich nicht. Musst du nicht machen. Ich hab's gesehen, ist nicht wert. Wirklich nicht. Es ist traumatisierend, wenn du sowas guckst. Ich find's echt daneben, dass es Leute gibt, die immer noch Witze darüber machen. Das ist nicht mehr edgy, das ist einfach nur traurig. So, das würde ich von einem 14-jährigen Buben, so ein Spacko, der nicht richtig pissen kann. Wie soll ich das sagen? Einfach so ein Typ. Okay, da wäre ich nicht erschrocken, aber hier einfach so, komm. Kein Respekt. Found old Amber in the underground. If you know, you know. Yeah, now you can get a new Pokemon. A Kanto Pokemon. And still no shiny. Oh. Also ja, das finde ich so daneben, dass die einfach solche Videos einfach so umherschicken in Telegram und was weiß ich, so ein haha, guck dir mal diesen Mensch an, der da stirbt auf der Kamera. So, haben wir keine Empathie mehr? Also ich habe das manchmal geguckt, weil ich leider, und ich mag das an sich gar nicht, ich bin sehr neugierig zu meinem Detriment. Na, deprimierend ist es manchmal auch. Aber mir gefällt das nicht, das zu gucken. Ich finde das richtig schlimm, wenn Leute das schon fast genießen. Na, ist gut mit dem Spelling, ich hab's schon verstanden. But then, where's the respect of people? Come on, let that guy rest, okay? In a very long... Well, I'll try to release it for this year's Halloween, but a very long video I'm working on. This is actually a case, or like a part of the video. There's like, I feel like I should make a warning video, so to speak, about the worst videos I've seen. And I try to describe them in a way that the weird curiosity is satisfied, but they don't have to actually witness it, or see, or hear. Funniest part about this to me is, you know, whoever that was trolling the stream is probably thinking that they're such snowflakes for not liking dark humor, despite his humor being racism. Yeah, it's literally that meme of, I don't get it, the joke. Wait, the joke is just racism, that's it? With that pirate from SpongeBob. It's like, it's not funny, it's just racism again. Or, ooh, I'm edgy, wow. That's new, never seen that before. What's the music playing right now? Probably late, but I'm gonna paste the link to the music of that live stream into the chat. There we go. That is what I have playing in the background. It's like remixes of lo-fi remixes of actual songs, or sometimes most likely video game songs. And apparently they're stream friendly, so want to see R Pearl, Blue Pearl, Yellow Pearl, Pink Pearl, and Aubergine Pearl fusion? Same. That would be a Hyper Pearl. No, Ultra Pearl. I don't know. Not Mega Pearl, but more than that. Because we already saw the Mega Pearl, right? Those two pearls, our Pearl and Pink Pearl fusing. Isn't her name Mega Pearl? I hope you enjoy the music. It's always a bit weird how we talk about dark things and then the chillest music ever is playing, while I also play a video game that is pretty family friendly, so I don't know why that keeps happening. It just seems to be normal here. It's no longer the current song. Whatever it was from gave me a lot of nostalgia. Well, you can still go to the original like live stream thing and then check on the timeline. Polymerization. I also want, yeah, more emeralds. I'm Unfortunately, we didn't get the Morganite getting rid of her, of that Rhodonite. Well, now we know her as Rhodonite because they're fused. But that Pearl and that Ruby, like that story, we should have gotten that where the Morganite just kept rejuvenating, like in the movie, that object, where the Morganite kept rejuvenating her Pearl and her Ruby. Until she just gave up because they kept falling in love and they kept fusing. That was meant to be an actual arc, but they didn't like have that. That's really unfortunate. Would have loved to see that. Beatrice is laying on my stomach right now. Wonderful. I hope she's doing wonderful. Good void. Earlier today, when I was streaming in the beginning, I heard my crow buddies cawing because they flew above my apartment just to say thanks for the hard-boiled eggs. And yes, of course, they're welcome. Was Animal Crossing makes sense because New Leaf was a huge part of my childhood. Man, that makes me realize that I am like that many years older than you. Yeah, New Leaf, I was 2012 was when it came out, right? I know, it's it's the pun of that. I'm Taylor Swift undercover, huh? Why do you say that? And why do people keep saying that? I know I kind of resemble her, but still, not really a fan of her. Well, definitely not the billionaire part. She's a good singer and all that, but New Leaf is a game I never played, but I'm gonna buy it soon. You definitely need to play it. It's one of the best Animal Crossing games. That is my favorite, and the GameCube one. The GameCube one was my childhood. I think when New Leaf came out, that must have been 2012, I think. Taylor not Swift. Nah, I don't have a private jet, so I'm definitely not as swift as she is. And I have nowhere near the money that she has, so... It's weird that I keep hearing that. I don't know what to make of that. People keep thinking I'm a huge fan of her. Apparently I look like that, but no. A little less than a decade older than me, yeah. Because with New Leaf, that was 2012, right? And that's the year I turned 18, so I was already an adult. Unc yaps about old Animal Crossing games. Or I guess... Yeah, I know, that's completely Unc, I get it, okay? This is an Unc channel and Unc streams, you know? Back in my day, there were only 151 Pokemon and all that jazz, yeah, you know. But maybe you gotta say Unc or on? On? No, that doesn't really sound that good. Or you wanted the Beatles fusion, that almost sounds like you wanted the band to fuse. But yeah, those two Beatle gems, that would have been interesting. And also the, well, she wasn't centipedal anymore, but Nephrite. Like her friendship with Steven, post-corruption, that would have been neat to say, to just see, you know? So the only normal game she talks about called Sonic Adventure 2. Well, that's my obsession, you know, you just gotta give me that, okay? It's one of my autistic obsessions, but still, it holds up really good to, even today. Back in my day, we played Pot of Greed and not that new age waifu PS. Wasn't Pot of Greed a banned card? Because it was too OP. At least I've heard that a lot from Yu-Gi-Oh players. There's the GBA game. I still don't really understand how the game fully works. I never really bothered to learn the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! But there are speedrunning like categories that I watch in the GBA game because they got very interesting, like people using math to find the mathematical best way of beating the game. That is very interesting. And then one person getting caught, I forgot the name, but one streamer got caught cheating because he had such phenomenal luck that like the odds were around 10 to the power 400, something really ridiculous. Like a one in a 1 with 400 zeros, that's larger than a Google, which is 1 with 100 zeros. That is just, that shouldn't happen. Kind of like that dream situation in Minecraft. And that's how he got exposed. That is, if I remember it correctly, but that was interesting. Gonna head out for now. Thanks to the stream as usual. Thank you for being part of the stream, as always. You know how it goes. And I hope I'm gonna see you in the next stream. So until then, have a good one. Back in my day, we played Doki Doki Literature Club. That also shows, yeah. When that came out, I was also an adult. Because in Yu-Gi-Oh! Every card is free. Most TGC have a mana or resource system. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards are the resource. Oh, okay, so you can just, like, it's an infinite card glitch, essentially. Well, glitch, it was meant to be like that, but an oversight. Wanted them to be like Ruby and Sapphire. You mean Rhodonite? Or the components? Card draw is amazing in all TGCs, TCGs. Not TGC, that's something else. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is even more egregious because, like I said, there are no costs. Yeah, I mean, from just without understanding the meta fully, already from like a game theory standpoint, I understand what the problem is. You just have infinite draws essentially, or just way too many, and the player can just get a massive advantage with practically no cost. That's usually unfair. I mean, you don't even need to know that much about game theory in general. That seems to be elementary, Watson. Oh, Nick, why are you doing this to me? Oh, I'm getting old, whatever. Everyone is. But no, this is not because of... I don't have back problems. It's just I had a really bad sleeping position on Wednesday night. That was really not good. And I'm paying for it. Strongest and most well-known cards is Exodia. Do you know its effect? If you have all the pieces of Exodia on your hand or on the field, then it's an auto win, right? Like, that's a winning condition, you just win. That's why everyone wanted one, because it's a guaranteed win. Bet $10 that in the future there will be a simp. Oh, here in the chat, I mean, I would argue we already have some simps. Not the Simpsons, of course. Okay, let's see, there's 9 minutes left. Let's see if I'm gonna be lucky. If not, next week on Wednesday I will stream, but it will be the raids, because it will be half moon. Oh no, half moon. No, next Wednesday is gonna be full moon, and then the Wednesday after that it's gonna be half moon. So for a while I'm not gonna hunt pink on Wednesdays. But still, I'm gonna stream Pokémon Shield then. Just not the egg hunt. Exactly, win conditions having all 5 pieces of Exodia in hand, and you win. Every card is limited at 3 maximum, if not limited or banned. So card deck is minimum 40. Yeah, 40 cards, okay. Add in the 5 pieces, you own 35. Okay, so that is kind of the drawback then, but still, like, everyone... That's just a instant win. Why would you not want to have that? I mean, yeah, next Wednesday I will stream, but it will not be this shiny hunt. It will be the Lunala one, because of the lunar phase. I'm back. I took a shower and came back. I hope you had a good shower. Bro showered for 30 minutes. The sister here sometimes showers for longer, so I'm not judging. You know, a good hot bath is maybe something I need to get that muscle to calm down. Jeez. Yeah, we stay at fusion most of the time, like Garnet. As in you wanted to see them split up more? I'm not sure if I'm following. Just like we see Ruby and Sapphire, sometimes not as Garnet. That's normal for me. I take so long in shower. That's wasting water. I mean, I would say it's less wasting water than washing a car that's always standing outside. Pot of Greed 32. Graceful Charity is a draw. 3 and 2 go to the graveyard. You have cards that say you can take cards from graveyard. Yes, back to the hand, and you got many dirty cards. Oh yeah, I see. I see. Yeah, I'm also like... To be fair, when I have to be somewhere, then I don't shower that long. But mine are also usually... When I always like to take hot showers. I'm not really a fan of cold water, or just the cold in general. But it's just hot water on you is just so good, you know? It's like a luxury that I'm so happy that I got born into the timeline where hot running water is normal, or somewhere where it is. That's such a privilege. Holy Mother of God, we actually won 1-2 against Germany. Oh! No, I will find you. What have I done to be hunted? Well, there are some people out there who are vampire hunters, so you gotta look out for those. That is our first official non-friendly win since 2000, like 25 years ago. Wow. Longer than some of my viewers here are old. Damn. Okay, still not a shiny. When I shower, I like to keep playing pretend that I'm fictional characters. Today I was playing Dante from Devil May Cry. I'm not judging you, Amit. I mean, I'm already a maladaptive daydreamer, I have to say. And I do tend to also just daydream while showering. And then sometimes I'm just completely not gone, right? It's not like I'm hallucinating, like taking a drug or something. It's just I have a very vivid imagination. Luxembourg, yeah, we're not gonna win any football tournaments anytime soon. You love Devil May Cry so much. Yeah, I mean, I know you said it's not because of, that you named your character Virgil because of that. But maybe it has some kind of influence, which, hey, that's fine. To be fair, I don't like pretend being a character, but I just have, I don't know, I have a cinema in my head, and then anything that I really can think of happens. Well, Luxembourg has Germany in the World Cup qualifier group, so they are, yeah, we are cooked, okay? As if we're gonna win that kind of tournament. We don't. Like, literally The Simpsons made a joke about that. At least if they did, that would be kind of amazing, I guess. That would be like a first. And I'd be there to witness it, but yeah, I'm still for Italy. I think the odds are much better with Italy than me going rooting for Luxembourg. You hate Spain for that EU scandal? To be fair, there's so many scandals there. Where should I even begin? But why don't you elaborate with the Spain scandal? For those of us who don't know. Because I don't know if I should really say it. I'm not really that knowledgeable when it comes to football. Wish me best of luck. Tomorrow is Iraq versus South Korea. Okay, so fingers crossed that your team is gonna win. We deserve to win, EM. Okay, so yeah, I better not say I don't agree, but I'm for a completely different team, and I think we gotta be antagonistic in that kind. I'm for the Italians. Tut mir leid, da bin ich für die Italiener. Obwohl ich das jetzt nicht wirklich so verfolge. Ist jetzt nicht so ernst. Aber hab ich böse Blicke in Deutschland bekommen, als ich damals, ich habe das so für die, für das Auto auf die Rückspiegel, so eine italienische Flagge. Oh je, wurde ich böse beguckt. Italy has something to prove. They have missed 2 World Cups back to back, even though they are one of the most successful international teams. With 4 yeah, true, they have 4 stars. Let's talk about Germany and Austria against Algeria in the World Cup. Player blocked a shot with his hands and Germany didn't get a penalty in the last minute. Yeah, we talked about referees being not really fair before. And even if I don't root for Germany's team, I don't think that should happen to anyone. Die Leute wollten dich töten. Probier's. Nee. If Iraq wins, I hope the World Cup 2026 will be alive, and I would cry if we do it. I mean, I'd be happy for you. Alright, so it's midnight now, but I'm gonna hatch those eggs. Let's hope that I do get a shiny. And then I think I'm gonna end it because, oof. Gonna try applying something hot again against the affected area. Maybe that'll help. Okay, this one is not a shiny. Ouch. Oh god, I hope that goes away. I have stuff to do tomorrow, please. Alright, let's see. Nope. Still not a shiny. It's nice to have a community of amazing people from different countries. Yeah, some amazing, some a bit, well, trolly, I guess. I will punch a random child if Iraq win. What the hell, Ditto? No. Keep die deutsche Wut bei dir, okay? Lass das nicht nochmal nachhabern, also nee. Mm-mm-mm. Why not? Come on. Be better than this, Ditto. Okay, this egg should really be hatching. Alright. Last one for tonight, let's see. And it is not a shiny. Oh well. Still, it has been fun. Well, with the exception of that neck thing, I hope that is not a thing tomorrow. If it still persists tomorrow, I'll do something. I'll let you know if maybe the stream will be cancelled on Thursday or tomorrow. I hope not. But yeah, that is, I hope, really hope that goes away. And until then, everyone, thank you for being part of the stream, and I hope I see you in the next one. So until then, have a good one, goodbye, and good night.